exciting and closing remarks from Wendy, and it's always special to see a Suffolk cat. Doesn't matter the circumstances, because we don't get to see them very often, and it's a very special treat. We stayed around here with our beautiful family. They went off for a drink, came back to the kill. There's always hierarchy when it comes to feeding, and the feeding hierarchy is that the big males get to eat first, the big females get to eat second, and then lastly the youngsters, or the young ones. And then that's what will happen repeatedly until the whole kill is consumed. And what's happening now is that Oloiborr is back to feeding. He's chewing on the edges of the skin on the neck. There's that youngster that is lying flat besides the kill. It's because he is submitting. The mothers were giving him a little bit of blows and wanted to keep him away from the kill, because it was going to be their turn before it's his turn. When usually lastly is the young ones, especially when there is that order. And that's why there's not so many lions, because many of them, in places where there is less prey, the young ones will, succumb to starvation in many cases. But in this case, in the Masai Mara Serengeti ecosystem, there is plenty of prey, and there's a lot to consume for everybody. Raphael, Jumbo, and you're asking what's the biggest number of lions I have seen in a pride, or what's the biggest pride I know or I have seen. There was a time that the Topi pride, not far from where David is, had got to nearly 40 lions, and I got to meet them at least once. Now I know in one of the conservancies in the Mara there is one pride that has also closer to 40 lions. And the biggest pride I have been able to interact with was the Sopa pride. At times that they got to 22. Beautiful, beautiful sighting this is. There's just a little bit of peace around here now, though we could see some hyenas trying to come and approach the kill some minutes back. Winston, you're asking if there are still some wild and free animals roaming around the Nairobi city. And Nairobi it's the only city that has a national park besides it in the whole world. And yes, there are many animals that are running free and wild in that national park. It's just a lot. I mean, it's pure wild. Sometimes people that live around Nairobi, especially on the edges of Rongai and Ngong area, they get breaking news on their screens that are very unusual. Not many people get to have those news of a lion breaking out of Nairobi National Park, and you have to stay alert, or sometimes even find lions strolling through the highways. So it's just magical. That's how special Nairobi and Kenya is in general.